You out pocket.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Jamison Williams. On the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Lions and the Bears under the lights on Thursday night.
About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Callaway. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Callaway. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Fields. incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
They'll run on 1st down. Buckley. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Callaway. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 21 carries, 104 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Off play action. Callaway. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Taken in at the 22. Dances by him. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got some space here. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. But today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the 1st quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play call, and they certainly look good so far.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Callaway. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off play action, Callaway. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early on.
They wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On first down, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He'll take this to the 46. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Toss left to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Levi Onwuzurike drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game defensively. They have a big challenge on their hands. Back to throw. Callaway. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 35 yards that time on the punt. The Chicago offense set to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get it down here to the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that 1st quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Detroit's offense ready to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Over the middle, complete. That's Newton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Lions at 12-3 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 1st down. Buckley on the move past the 40. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brandon Jordan. That early 2nd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing again is Fields. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. To throw again on second down. Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. To throw on second down. Callaway. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. To throw on third down. Callaway. He finds his man. Complete. That's Baker. Again, 6 on the play. And they'll bring up fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New York Jets. And then on Monday night, folks, you are in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Fields on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw. Callaway throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. On 3rd down, Callaway. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baker. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. Buckley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Baker. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Buckley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
From the 45 on second down, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Boswell's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Off the play fake. Callaway. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. From the gun on third down. Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Off play action. Callaway finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Buckley. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a give right side. Buckley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Callaway. And that is incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery to about the 40-yard line.
Number 32, David Montgomery, ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fields. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Fields on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. That is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Third and long. It's Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Callaway. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callaway, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Callaway. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I thought he had that one. That was nearly a quick 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. Fields again. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now a 1st down throw. Fields. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
On second down and 4. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Our coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Second and 5 now. Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. It really changed the tone of what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun. Callaway. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long. Callaway. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Baker. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Running right through him. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 88 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down. These two teams met up earlier in the year back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On first down, Fields. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Fields. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. going to come up short. Low throw. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game, possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Buckley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. 2nd and 11 now. They'll try the left side. Buckley might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for Detroit, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall back to 11-5 now on the year. And they will look to turn it around next time out.